and welcome to Alongside Lauren. I am Lauren, and it is so great that I get to hang out and spend a little bit of time with you this Sunday afternoon while I get bits and pieces prepared for my week. Now, I've got a whole bunch of little bits and pieces that I'm going to be getting done this afternoon. I have got some delicious roast veg happening in the oven at the moment, but I have been preparing some lemon curd. Ooh, that's the roast veg. We'll grab it in a tick. I have been preparing some lemon curd, which is going to go into a cake. And it's also one of my co-workers' favourite things. So I am going to try really hard to pour this into this jar and then give up and decide to put in a funnel and package a little bit up for a gift for him. It's always great when you can do something like that, which is double duty. And we have had a whole heap of citrus rocking around our fridge as well. So this was a good opportunity to move on some lemons. There's a couple of limes in there as well. I nearly had a disaster with this lemon curd when I sort of thought, it didn't quite sound right as it was mixing along. And then I remembered that was because I had completely forgotten to add in the eggs. I had pulled them out of the fridge, which is not quite the same thing as actually having put them into the mix.
So you're making lemon cordial?
Literally making like...
or maybe lemon butter.
Lemon butter, because it was basically just lemon and butter by that
Classic.
particular stage. So that's all right. We got it sorted. It did remind me a little bit of when I was in primary school, the school that I went to would do like a sort of, I think they called it the cultural festival. Anyway, I think it was to make you feel better if you weren't good at sport. Something to sort of celebrate, so that you still had an opportunity to win a ribbon, even if you weren't very good at like running or high jump, which was absolutely me. And so I had been spending months practicing my shortbread skills so I could enter my baking into the culture festival. And one Sunday afternoon, I completely forgot to add the corn flour into my shortbread, and I put basically like melted butter and sugar into the oven with a bit of vanilla, and it just made like
toffee? No.
Oh, the biggest mess on that tray.
Just a mess.
Oh,
right.
It made such a mess. So that batch of lemon butter has made a wee jar for my colleague Taylor.
Nice.
And it's made a wee jar for my friend colleague Heath. And it has made a little container, which will be the perfect amount to go onto our cake, which we need to assemble. So I'll just pop those to the side so that they can cool down a bit before they go into the fridge. But I'm feeling, well, I can't get cocky because I just told you the story about how I very nearly just made lemon and butter, hot lemon and butter.
So hello and welcome. My name is Heath. And this show is designed to basically just show you what we get up to in order to prepare ourselves for the week. And we would urge you to comment and also to do the same. Tell us how it is that you're preparing for your week.
So this week I have got a whole bunch of citrus, as I said, that we have used some of the citrus with the lemon and lime curd. I've also got some oranges and mandarins as well that I thought would be really delicious to go into an Asian, Japanese inspired kind of salad. So we're going to do that with some lamb chops that we got on an absolute bargain a few weeks ago that have been in the freezer. So we're going to make a miso based marinade. I personally think that one of the ways that you can really elevate salad, particularly when it's in winter, and the idea of sitting down to just a bunch of lettuce, not the most inspiring thing.
No.
And so I love, even when we're food preparing a selection of sort of roast veg that you can then heat up during the week to add to your salad. So we have just pulled out of the oven a mix that I would like to say has been carefully curated, but it is based entirely on the bits and pieces that we had languishing in the pantry and the fridge. So we've got a mix here of sweet potato, zucchini, onion, and cauliflower. And I love roasted cauliflower. I think roasted cauliflower is so unbelievably tasty. It just adds a depth of flavour to the cauliflower that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So if you haven't tried roasting cauliflower before, I can highly, highly recommend it. And I think that it also lends itself really well to Asian style flavouring. So what we're going to do to go with this is to make a bit of a Japanese sesame dressing. And using my slight obsession at the moment, instead of adding, when I would normally do roast veg, I would sort of add some herbs like thyme, oregano, which doesn't quite gel with the Japanese vibes that we're going with for this week. So I added everything bagel seasoning because...
It's what we love.
Because reasons. No, because we're going to be adding sesame to the dressing. So I thought that the sesame seeds in the everything bagel seasoning would just go really well, and I was being lazy and I couldn't be bothered pulling out the garlic, and there's garlic.
I was going to say garlic and onion and all of those things that are already in it, so it's probably only the poppy seeds that are a little bit unusual.
Yeah, and it's just something to get stuck in my teeth, but because Heath will be the only one who'll be seeing me after I've eaten this, I reckon that'll be all right.
It's fine.
Excellent.
Yes.
So that's cool. all roasted, so we'll just wait for that to cool down. So what I am going to do is I'm going to rescue a spare Thermomix bowl from the dishwasher. Here's one I prepared earlier. Try not to steam. It's just, steam facial.
Quick steam treatment.
I do have to have a bit of a chuckle at myself sometimes because I know that self-care is really important, blah, blah, blah. But for me... self-care probably takes the shape of, I don't know, sewing or something like that. I tend to be quite a practical person, so I like my self-care to serve a double purpose, which probably is not at all self-care. But I have been known to don a face mask and then do work around the kitchen while I'm doing that, so I can, I guess, do double duty while I'm doing my self-care. So I'm going to pop this Thermomix together and we're going to work on some of the dressings and marinades that we are planning to have with our meal for this week. I don't need to put the lid on yet. So this is a Asian or sort of Japanese inspired dressing that I have never made before. So here we go. As I have often been known to say, could be good, could be terrible, that's all right. But I was intrigued.
Most of the time, though, it is very good.
Yes.
In fact, at some point this afternoon, you need to share your story of the way.
Oh, yes. That makes it sound like we've joined some kind of cult or something like that.
The way, yes. It's a very Mandalorian thing, actually.
Oh, yes. Well, I haven't seen Mandalorian, so spoilers.
No.
So I need some... Oh, that's a interesting shaped carrot.
Okay. All right.
It's got a nice knobbly bit on it.
Good. All right. Did you want to hand them to me and I'll start preparing them?
So I'm just digging through my excessive amount of citrus because I'm sure I had another lime in there somewhere. Huh.
And how am I preparing these carrots?
What does the Thermomix say?
Oh, it says cut into pieces approximately 3 centimeters. Love the Thermomix. Love how convenient that is. Nice and simple instructions for simple heads.
Your words, not mine. And I'm pretty sure I need some apple to go with it, so I'll pull the apple out now. Oh, hush.
Rightio.
I know the fridge is doing its job, but I really take exception at being told what to do by machines. It's a miracle I survived with the GPS.
All right, yes, 130 grams of green apple. Hopefully.
Excellente.
So I'll start on this puny apple that you've given me.
Tiny apple.
It is very small.
Now, I thought that just to mix things up a little bit, because you know what's better than making a recipe for the first time?
Making it for the first time
and completely changing it.
Changing it, yeah.
So I don't have another green apple, but I do have a nashi pear, and that is Japanese.
And
I
a little
think.
bit apple-like.
And apple adjacent. So I figure, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? All right, I'm going to get out of your way because you're definitely going to be quicker at this than I am. So you can take over on the Nashi pear.
Excellent. How was it? How did I go with the amount of...
Fine.
Oh, cool.
It was pretty close.
All right. So we'll see. Oh, you can pop that into the Thermomix and let me know
Sure.
how we're tracking. So yeah, we haven't. So with the whey, I had made ricotta cheese last week to go in our roast Mediterranean vegetable ricotta pie, which actually was delicious. It was so good. And such a good way to use up a few bits and pieces, including some milk that was getting really close to the use by date, which I had used for the ricotta. So we had the whey left over. Oftentimes I'll just use whey in replacement of milk in recipes, but I had upped the amount of salt that I put in the ricotta quite a bit from what I normally would, which means that when I used the whey in our porridge, which I have done in the past, it tasted horrid.
It didn't taste horrid. It was just far saltier than we wanted it to be.
It was still like.
Yeah.
I pushed through and I ate it. Heath,
I called it quits a little bit early, but I ate all the banana
Yeah.
that was there, and
Yeah. No one died.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. However, it got you. It challenged you,
It
didn't it?
challenged me. I went, all right. Well, I can't use this up in the way that I normally would, and I was determined to kind of redeem the ricotta in Heath's eyes so that he didn't recoil when I made it again because he thought I was going to give him horrid porridge. And so I racked my brain and made caramel. So dolce is it dolce de leche or dolce
de leche.
Delish. Okay.
Maybe?
I don't know.
It could be de leche. I'm not sure.
I've
but
never actually said it out loud, and I said it
knows?
to someone earlier today, and I think I said it wrong.
Who knows? Anyway, you made caramel sauce.
Yes,
If
I
we want to.
made caramel. I made using sugar,
Yeah.
whey,
Yeah.
and a little bit of bicarb.
And that's it.
And
That's
then
it.
just thyme. Well, like not the not the herb.
Not the herb. No.
The
period.
the period. I made.
Yeah.
I made
Caramel sauce.
caramel sauce.
And if you haven't seen the little photo of it that she shared on Instagram,
Yes.
it is exactly
Yeah,
salted
so it
caramel sauce.
It looks like sort of stock
amazing.
standard Nestle top and fill. Oh yeah, you can grab it out the fridge.
I can grab it. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. There's not a lot left because I mean it cooks down and
No,
we've
it
also
does. It
eaten
cooks
some.
down, and we used it with. I made like a banoffee millefeuille.
Which is just sandwiches of pastry
Yeah,
and cream
so it's
and banana
I think
and caramel
millefeuille
sauce.
is like French stick for French stick.
French stick.
It's French for matchstick. My brain just decided that there were some important words that you didn't need.
It's French stick for French stick. What?
Petit miam is French for breadstick.
Breadstick. Yeah. No, it was fantastic. So
Yeah.
last night's dessert was really, really good. Now, I just happened to bring home Baskin-Robbins that night.
Yes.
Thinking, oh, you know what, I'll treat Lauren to some dessert. And
We
she's
both
like,
had the same
"Oh,
idea.
you know what, I kind of treated you to dessert. And we negotiated and we did Lauren's dessert last night.
Yes.
It was actually an inverted negotiation where we were pushing each other's dessert as
Yeah.
the one that
It
should
was.
be consumed.
Like, no,
so-
we'll have your dessert. No, we'll have your dessert.
So I
Either way,
won.
we got dessert. It was
Just
like a pretty
the
good...
reason I share this is because I won.
Either way, you won.
I won the argument that your dessert should have been consumed last night because it was handmade and a little bit more time sensitive, and it was fantastic. So, very, very good. Really cool way of using whey.
Yes.
And you ended up with this caramel sauce, right?
Yes.
Plus a bowl with caramel sauce dregs in it.
Yes.
And you didn't want to just go wash that
No.
and lose all of that amazing flavour. So you put milk in the bowl.
I did.
In the Thermomix bowl.
I basically made caramel milk.
And made caramel milk. So now I've got a little pot of salted caramel milk, which tastes also quite exceptional.
it
In
is.
fact,
It's pretty
Yeah,
wicked.
it's wicked. It's trouble. So I'm trying not to drink it too much, but I have had it for all of my meals so far. So
So, like, not
Failing.
trying really hard not to
Trying.
drink it too much, but also
Trying.
drinking it way too much.
failing. Yes. All right. So how are you going?
So I've added some lime juice and a bit of vinegar. So the recipe requested only vinegar, but because Heath's not a big fan of vinegar, so I just do a half and half. Added in some olive oil, and now
Okay.
I'm adding in some soy.
Righto.
Soy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I need to say that again in that voice.
I'm not sure why you said it in that voice either on a live stream.
I doubled down. I'm committed.
All right, and a little bit of water.
Yeah.
I can do that. I
Thank
can
you,
handle that
darling.
ingredient.
Excellent. And in classic Lauren style, I'm going to continue to go off-piste a bit.
Do you want exactly the 40 grams or thereabouts? You don't want to like switch this one up too?
No, I think the water amount should be fine.
39. 40. Got
It's
it.
always that thing of like, do
Yeah,
you just go...
Just stop there because you know that you're going to go to 43 as soon as you do a splash.
So ginger is a really classic addition to Japanese cooking in terms of that flavour profile. So I am just going to add some ginger.
I wonder
fairly
how many
young
people
ginger.
have like actually cut up ginger and use it. Like show it to me. It's yeah, okay.
So it is going to get like the bejeebers blitzed out of it in the
Yep.
Thermomix.
Yeah, righto.
So you wouldn't normally do that. And like I'm doing it because I know that we've got to blitz up the carrot and apple. I'm kind of intrigued to see how this goes. Anyway, that's just going to blitz for a minute.
Oi, sorry about the noise.
So I said to her, what are we gonna drink this afternoon?
Ooh, not caramel, salted caramel milk.
Probably not. Did you want we could do something gin based, or do you just want a red wine?
Maybe a red wine tonight.
Easy.
This afternoon. So I'm just peeling a little bit of garlic because I found it here on the board.
Oh, that'd be perfect. We
hoping
can use it
that's-
for one of the marinades or something.
Yeah, okay.
We've got a Shiraz Cabernet
Okay.
from
From...
Adelaide.
Oh, okay, cool. That's always a good place for Shiraz to come
Yes,
from.
it is.
So, oh, sorry about that noise, everybody. Hopefully it wasn't too
And I'll
shocking.
never say that again.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little louder for us than it is for you, but it's still no doubt a little bit loud.
That's all right. It's making magic. Oh, wow.
All right, that sounds exciting. What's going on?
The colour. It's really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, righto. Hang on.
So it's kind of like a... I don't want to say baby poo, but
It's exactly that
that.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we okay with that? Sure. How does it taste?
Oh, that's really
That's pretty good. Okay.
Oh, we are
Did the
fine
ginger
with that.
cook? Did the ginger cook down nicely?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, not cook down, break
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. It broke down really nicely. And
'Cause
it's got
one of the
that...
things about ginger is it's quite fibrous, isn't
yeah,
it? So,
well, I figured we'd get away with it because that's quite a young
okay.
ginger. So... But I think the cute little jar that I had pulled out to put the dressing into
Is a
might
bit
be
too
little
cute
bit
and
too
little.
cute,
Okay.
Too
So,
cute and little.
do you want me to see if I can find another jar
Yeah,
in
like,
the
or
other
like
room?
a plastic container, I reckon.
Plastic container. Sure. Something like that. Too small again?
Do you think that'd be too small?
Mm.
It might come close.
Yeah, let's give it a whirl.
All right. So we've given it a good scrape down. Oh, I'm really happy with that.
The flavour? Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Is it spicy?
No, I was actually
Okay.
wondering if do you want to add in, do you reckon?
No, we don't have to. No, it's fine.
And now we're going to add in some sesame seeds.
Before you do, cheers.
Cheers, darling.
We have been enjoying that one. That's
Yeah.
good. That's goody. Is that the last of it? Did we finish that
Yeah,
off?
we did.
Okay. Oh, some sesame seeds. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, are you going to be mixing it again?
I think so.
All right. Well, then, yeah, let's get some chili in. I was only holding off because I thought it was done.
No. I'm just not sure what I put the chili.
No one is.
I mean, it kind of gone far.
I found all of the red-lidded herbs and spices except for the chili. Oh, that could be it. Hey.
Hey! I do need to get a new. I nearly.
All right. How
so
much?
I went to
How brave are we?
Oh, two pinches. 2 pinches. Control that.
All right. I got like a half pinch there. I have been known to put a bit too much chili in. That is why Lauren was a little bit firm with me there.
I was close to body blocking you from it, mate.
Whew. I got to give those hands a wash. Our chili is unusually hot.
It's quite hot.
Yeah. Which is
Do
great
another
because it
mix?
makes it really efficient.
Oh, totally.
You don't need much. It gives it a real good kick.
Now, I promise I'm not being deliberately rude, but I just need to grab the marinade recipe.
Okay, got it.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how we go with this wheatainer. Oh, you might need to. Ooh.
Okay. Well, maybe the container and the jar. Yes.
Oh, the jar. It's.
The jar needed a funnel.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I apologise.
I appreciate your assistance.
No, you don't. Not with that one. Anyway.
So it's quite thick.
It is quite thick, yeah. I'm kind of picturing when I have a Japanese curry at a little place near my work, they have a little side salad.
Yeah,
and it has quite a chunky dressing
dressing
on top.
on it. Yeah, that's exactly what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's got that thickness. Definitely a different color.
Yeah,
It's good.
like adding in the carrot and
go.
apple is really quite interesting. But that's a lot of dressing, which is good.
That is plenty of dressing. We could maybe freeze some of it. No?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, what I'm thinking is like because we are going to do a marinade so I'm going to do a marinade now, which will sort of do dinner for tonight. Sorry, for Monday night and Tuesday night.
Yep.
And then we'll do another marinade and like cook another batch of chops. So I wonder if maybe we see how we're going with how much of the dressing is left.
Yes.
And then even maybe use the
As the
marinade as
marinade.
like, yeah.
All right. Cool. I like it. Why
We'll
not?
just see how it goes.
Yeah. Could be good, could be bad. Who knows? But
knows?
most of the time, it's really good. Thanks to Lauren's skill set.
Now, for the marinade, there is a bottle of sad Chardonnay that's languishing in the garage.
Okay. Whoop.
And we're going to pop the Thermomix back ready to rock. And add in the garlic. that Heath so kindly chopped for me.
All right, I've found the sad Chardonnay.
Oh, perfect. Do you want to add in cheese and whiskers? 3 tablespoons.
I've got it.
3 tablespoons is, oh, that's like,
Is that this?
no, I use 1/3 of a cup.
Okay. You got it.
That's about 80 ml.
About 80 ml.
No, is that about 80 ml?
It is.
Yeah.
That's what. Yep.
Yep, that's furious
All right.
agreement. Oh, excellent. So I'm just peeling the ginger. That I'm going to chop and add into the Thermomix as well.
Brilliant. Excellent. Way to go.
So,
I'm just going to sip this wine for a
oh,
second.
go for it. So Heath and I were in Melbourne a few weeks ago. And we went to this unbelievable Japanese restaurant. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, it was very fancy.
But fancy.
Very
good.
fancy. Yes.
And it just reminded me of how much I love Japanese food. And we just haven't been cooking it very much. And part of that is because it uses ingredients that I don't tend to just have
On
to
hand.
So what I've decided to do is, start doing a few... I didn't cut it quite low enough. Start doing a few Japanese recipes and kind of just buy the ingredients bit by bit. So what I thought I would start with is buying some miso paste. This is a white miso paste and it smells real weird.
Does it?
Well, it just smells like a really concentrated miso, which is exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, righto. Cool.
So
very good.
this is where, and this will sound really pretentious, but miso is kind of your classic example of that really intense umami flavoring. And umami is that really savory, so it is salty, but it's also just savory. So we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of this miso paste. Delicious. And it's fermented, it lasts for ages. So we'll just grab a little clip and then pop it back in the fridge, and hopefully we can continue to build on our store of Japanese flavorings and make some more Japanese inspired dishes is my plan.
I'm certainly excited by that. Lauren and I love Japan as a place as well to go to, so love their food.
So
it's
good.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. All right.
So I'm going to give it a
Make
mix.
up the blitz time. Sure.
Start it. Ooh.
Yo. Okay. Cool.
So I've got some lamb chops.
There we are. All right. Sorry about that noise again.
So lamb is not really a meat that they tend to eat too much in Japan.
No.
Because I don't know if it's just, not a meat that they use very often, or if it's more around, because lamb is quite a strong flavour.
Smell good?
It smells really good.
Let's have a sniff. That does smell good. Excellent.
So, and these chops, they're currently frozen. They'll continue to defrost.
So no issue with putting the marinade on frozen chops? It's not going to
No.
mean that you don't get good quality marinade?
No, I mean, it does, because we're not going to be cooking this until tomorrow night, like,
It'll have the time
it's
to
got
thaw
the
out
time to thaw out
and then take in the
and take that flavour on
flavours.
board.
Okay, cool. They're nice big chops.
They are nice big chops.
Although with lamb, sometimes I worry about that.
Yeah. Might be a little bit old.
Might be a little bit of a bigger lamb.
So we'll just pour some of this marinade.
Oh, look at that.
On
Yeah,
top.
nice. Very good.
Give it a mix around. So if I was doing this marinade and was going to be cooking the chops fairly quickly, I probably would have added some lime juice to it as well. But because we are marinating this now and we're not actually going to be eating the chops until tomorrow, I won't do the lime juice because that would just start to, after sort of 6 hours or so, it'll actually start to denature the protein in the meat, and it will end up being like mushy in texture. So you kind of go from it being tender to being mushy, and you don't like, it's just, if you've ever had like over marinated meat in that sense, it is, like it's not pleasant. It's just a weird texture. Because it's not the fact that it's been marinating too long that's a problem, it's the fact that it's been marinating in a stronger acid or a acidulant. The white wine won't be a problem. It will still go through and make it nice and tender, but it's not strong enough in acid to have that same effect on the proteins.
Cool.
So there you go.
Okay, that's looking good.
And just let it marinate. Pop it in the fridge. Now, do you reckon we've got enough time to put that cake together?
I think that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Excellent. So
I'll start clearing some space
Yeah.
while you...
we definitely don't. We don't want umami.
No.
We don't want umami in a cake.
No, we do not.
Although I have been seeing like miso seems to be quite a. I think there must have been like someone on MasterChef or something like that recently that used miso in an unexpected fashion.
Ah, yes. So now it's miso everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm like, ugh, I was into miso way before that. Actually, the Japanese people into miso way before MasterChef.
Well before that. But if it
Well
was for
before
like a
MasterChef.
sweet thing or something
Yeah,
like that,
I think
then
it was like a
Like a
miso
cake?
miso caramel thing.
bun.
Miso bun. That sounds so weird. All right. So
Okay, you've
I've got some whipped cream that I whipped
cake
earlier.
bits.
Cake bits.
Cake bits.
Cake bits.
I found the cake bits. I'll
Found
bring
the
them
cake
over.
bits.
All right. Oh, we've had a little bit of collapse.
Bit of a collapse. That's all right.
No big deal.
No.
All right.
Now, I did something really dumb with these cakes last night. I'd stored them in a container together, which means that they could potentially be
Very
quite
much
hard to
stuck
separate.
together.
But that's all right. It's not like I'm showing everyone what I've done on a live stream. Oh, wait.
They still look pretty great. Like, you can see the two layers in there through the plastic, and you can also see the meringue and almond on top. So it's a pretty good looking cake, but it's just the meringue sort of clutched in the middle
I
a
was
little
kind
bit.
of inspired to do like a lemon meringue cake, basically. It's not a very long story. I popped some blueberries in the in through the cake mix just to add a little bit of interest to it. And now I'm gonna.
You sure?
Well, what do you mean?
No, it's great. You got this.
So I'm going to do that.
Way to go. And now...
Whew.
Oh, well done. Okay.
Ta-da! Oh, jeez. I did not do a good job of making sure that was even before I...
It's
cooked it.
fine. It's totally fine.
All right. This side's going to need a little bit more cream.
Nah. You'll be right. You'll be right.
Awesome. All right.
I like it.
So we've got the lemon curd. I reckon curd first and then cream, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
So I'll just do...
Plonk that on. Cool.
Very technical term.
Plonk.
Plonk.
Yeah.
And then spread it around. Not all the way to the edge.
Okay.
Oops.
She says
Oh,
as she
far
spreads
out.
it right to the edge.
Listen to yourself, Lauren.
All right. Cool. Well, that's looking pretty good so far. I think you've met your own brief.
Excellent. And then I'm going to... So this is just very exciting cream that I've whipped already.
From last night for our dessert.
Yeah.
Well, I think the dessert was the bonus that came from you whipping the cream for this. Am I right?
Well, because I bought the cream, so I was trying to just think of stuff that I could use. Was that cream is just so expensive. Well,
Yeah.
comparatively,
Yep.
compared to what it was, it's so expensive.
It's like butter.
I have to start doing some research into like Depression era and like
Oh,
recipes
don't find
from
cream
the-
alternatives.
Oh, do you remember the so there's this guy
Banana
on
sandwich.
there's this guy on who does these videos of like sandwiches, and he had one that was like a mock banana sandwich that I think involved, was it turnip?
Yeah, or
It can't have been parsnip.
no, I think it was parsnip.
Oof.
Yeah, yeah. It was something quite bland. But yes, he was mashing that with banana essence
Banana
and sugar,
essence and sugar.
and he said that tasted surprisingly similar to a banana sandwich, a mashed banana sandwich. He gave it high ratings.
Yeah.
It was one of those funny videos. Like, I love the idea of a guy making and reviewing
I know.
sandwiches
like
across
sandwich
the ages.
recipes from across the ages. All right, and
It's
now
great.
for the.
Oh boy, here we go.
It's got to be delicate.
Straight on top. Oh, look at that. How good does that look? Woo!
A bit wonky.
Ah,
There we go. Whoa, and then just get in the fridge.
yeah.
Um,
Very, very nice. Oh, well done,
fit
hun.
in here?
I love it.
I'm gonna have to do a bit of fridge
Bit of
origami.
shuffling. Yeah, so I can't help myself, hun, but I'm just going to try and shuffle it. There we are.
It's entirely up to if you.
And what a shame, I got a little bit of lemon curd on my finger.
Hang on.
Give my hands a quick wash. Well done. Okay.
No.
No?
Can we?
No.
No.
All right. No.
I reckon. Can we?
I don't think it's going to make any difference. Because they're... Okay. All right, we'll give it a go.
It's very exciting.
Oh, no. I've got to grab the milk out. Oh, no. The caramel, salted caramel milk.
Oh, hush.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame that I've got to drink some.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, I knew it'd be close.
If I just squished the meringue down. No.
Can you spin it? Nope.
No.
Keep spinning it.
I have.
Keep spinning it.
I have. Nope.
Okay, alright. No good.
All right. This will go in the fridge later.
Yep. I think we might wrap it up.
Yeah, before you have to watch us play fridge origami. Thank you so much for bearing with us this afternoon while we muddled our way through quite a few recipes that I have never made before, but I reckon we are onto some winners. This cake looks spectacular. I think it is going to taste amazing. I'm really excited about that dressing that we've been able to make and the possibility of being able to use that as well for marinade for the lamb a little bit later in the week. But that miso marinade, I think, is just going to be spectacular. So it's been really helpful to take that little bit of time this afternoon to hopefully make my life this week a little bit easier. I hope you've been able to do the same. And I really look forward to doing it all again with you next Sunday on Alongside Lauren.